So welcome back to the next lecture of chemical kinetics. So in previous lecture we have finished with the enzyme catalysis. So there we have seen some mechanism of that Michael-Mentenis mechanism or enzyme catalysis. So there few new terms has been arrived, okay, like activators or inhibitors, okay. So what do you mean by this activators or inhibitors? So that we will try to see in this upcoming sessions, okay. And for this various type of inhibitors there are few other mechanism. So there are like three types of mechanism are there depending upon the type of inhibitor that are used in the given reaction. So we'll try to see that various types of mechanism for the three types, and we'll try to see some example for these activators and inhibitors that are generally observed in the case of enzyme catalysis reaction, okay. So first of all we will see what do you mean by this activators, okay. So activators are nothing but those compounds which will what accelerate the rate of enzyme catalyzed reaction. So in some enzyme catalyzed reaction the rate of reaction is like quite slow or moderate, okay? So there might be like some enzyme which will try to react with the given substrate in low or moderate rate. So if you want to like increase the rate of that particular reaction, so we have to add some extra catalyst or the extra activators, okay, because we want to like increase the rate of reaction. So these activators will what will do the increase in the rate of reaction. So overall we get the increase in the rate of reaction when we added some activators, okay. So previously we are having some enzyme as a catalyst, okay. So main catalyst is what main catalyst is the enzyme only. But even if you want to like we are not getting the sufficient rate for the given reaction, then what other method we can use? So along with this enzyme we can add the activator in the given sample, so that the overall rate of reaction is going to get increased, okay, throughout the overall reaction. So the better yield of the product is obtained by adding of this activators, okay. So this is the case of activators. So what are the example for the activators? So examples are sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, okay, manganese. So generally we can say that this S block elements are like quite useful for the use as a activators, okay. So here the main point is that activators are generally used to what increase the rate of slow enzyme catalyzed reactions, okay. So that is the one important thing. Now next is the inhibitors, okay. So as the name suggests, what inhibitors are those compound which will decelerate the rate of reaction. So why we need to add these inhibitors? Because suppose we are studying some enzyme catalyzed reaction and the rate of reaction is very fast, okay. The rate of reaction is very fast. So in order to study that type of reactions, means what type of changes that has been occurring into the substrate or some mechanism we want to like or develop some mechanism for the given reaction, at that time we cannot use this very high rate constant reactions directly, because the time is very less to observe the changes. So in such cases we will try to like decrease the rate of reaction or the decelerate the rate of enzyme catalyzed reaction. So we intentionally add some inhibitors into the given reactions, okay. So which type of inhibitors that we can use? So like heavy metals like arsenic, antimony, or some antibiotics, mercury, that can be used for the inhibition of a given reaction, okay. So basic role of inhibitor is what? To decrease the overall rate of reaction, okay. So the rate of reaction is get decrease, and also the product is also get decrease, okay, because the reaction rate has been also decreased. So graphically we can say that the rate of reaction with enzyme is likewise. So rate of reaction is likewise with enzyme, and enzyme with inhibitor, okay, enzyme plus inhibitor gives what? This type of rate, okay. So it should be plus only, okay. So this is the all about the inhibitors and activators, okay. So these inhibitors are of the three types, okay. Inhibitors are of three types. So one is the this inhibitors will employ in the given reaction in the three types of different mechanism. So basically these inhibitors are like try to attack on the enzyme. Okay, so our substrate first should, like in Michaelis-Menten mechanism we have seen that this enzyme substrate complex is the main component of this enzyme catalyzed reaction, because the product formation is depending upon what, this concentration of this enzyme substrate complex. Okay, so the product formation is depending upon the enzyme substrate complex. Okay, so any inhibitor or the any external compound which will bind more strongly with this enzyme, okay, more strongly with this enzyme, that we called it as a inhibitor. So if inhibitor is binding more strongly with this enzyme, so it will form its own complex, say suppose enzyme inhibitor complex. Okay, so due to this formation of this new complex, enzyme inhibitor complex, the ES complex concentration will automatically get decrease. Okay, so if this concentration is going to get decrease, our rate of product formation is anyhow going to decrease. Okay, so these inhibitors generally form this type of complex, EI type of complex, or some like other types of complex are also getting formed during this reaction. Okay, so depending upon which type of that enzyme inhibitor complex is formed, there are three types of mechanism. So first type of mechanism is the competitive inhibition. Okay, so all these four or three mechanism are involving the enzyme inhibition or enzyme inhibitor complex. Okay, so this complex is ultimately going to form in this enzyme inhibition mechanism. Okay, so we'll try to like see the, first of all we have to calculate the concentration of this enzyme inhibitor complex. Okay, because this is the complex which affecting the overall rate of reaction. So our main goal is to minimize this concentration, and if we want to like minimize this concentration, first of all we need to find out the what is the concentration of this enzyme inhibitor complex. Okay, and the overall rate of product formation will be depending upon what, the concentration of ES complex, or we can say that if this much complex is getting formed, so we have to break this complex into its constituent units, that is monomer, that is E and I, so that this E can be freed and it can react with again S, so that it can again give the enzyme substrate complex. So the overall rate of this formation of product is depending upon what, the concentration of ES, that is enzyme substrate complex, and the dissociation constant of this EI complex. Okay, so here we have to consider the two type of constant. One is the rate constant for this product formation, that is our rate constant was what, K2, and one new rate constant or the dissociation constant that we have to consider is the dissociation constant for the enzyme inhibitor complex. Okay, so how will you obtain the dissociation constant? Suppose my this is the general reaction which is a reversible, C plus D. Okay, C plus D. So what is the equilibrium constant or the formation constant? Okay, so formation constant is what, concentration of C upon concentration of D divided by concentration of A into concentration of B. Okay, so this is the formation constant. But what we want to find out, we want to find out the dissociation constant. So dissociation constant is what, simply opposite of formation constant. So my dissociation constant is the inverse of this formation constant. So we can say that the formation or dissociation constant is what, Kd is equals to product of reactant, that is multiplication. Okay, I am talking about here multiplication divided by C into D. So it is quite reverse as compared with this our formation constant. So this formation constant and dissociation constant are inversely proportional to each other. Okay, and why we are using this dissociation constant, because the overall rate of product formation will depends upon dissociation of enzyme inhibitor complex as well as the concentration of enzyme substrate complex. Okay, so from next lecture onwards we'll try to see the exact mechanism for three types of inhibition. So one is the competitive inhibition, another one is the non-competitive non-competitive inhibition, and one is the last one is the uncompetitive inhibition. So these three types of mechanism are there, so we'll try to see this mechanism one by one. Okay.